It's week 3 of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. The action is only moments away on Monday Night Prime Time.
All right, no table is safe outside of Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Both teams riding 2-0 starts here. We'll get the turkey and move to 3-0 as week 3 gets underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out is the 7th-year pro. Seems to be in the MVP conversation every year now. It's Josh Allen.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Allen taken right to the air. He's got Khalil Shakir. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and 3. This one's quickly to Shakir. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down throw for Allen. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. They drop it with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot. Second and 3 now. Again, Allen to the air. Doesn't have the hook up there. Incomplete pass.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Cook trying this one up the gut. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No gain on the play, and that brings up a tough decision for them on 4th down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Dearness Johnson to return it. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And bringing them out in his 4th season since arriving as the #1 overall pick back in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
Last week was the ideal showing for him and really allowed his offense to feed off of him. He elevated everybody around him. Just got to look at his stat line to see how well he was throwing the ball. 300-plus yard game, several touchdowns, tremendous efficiency.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They give up the gut to Bigsby. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Offside, defense.
And no surprise here, they declined the flag because the play got a first down, so they're going to happily let it stand.
That penalty is declined.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Red on red. 11.
They'll run here following the penalty. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Lawrence working from the gun. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. The big play nets him 17 yards. And they'll have first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
Hey, run!
Now Lawrence. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And they're going to have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now it's 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal.
Take right open.
Putting the tight end in motion. 1st down from the red zone. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
On the move, headed right. And they take this in for the score. These guys pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. On now is Cook to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Here comes the Bills offense for their second drive of the game. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Straight ahead, here's Cook. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Another one for Cook. Jukes one defender. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Even 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing a 4th down. The Bills with a punt team out there. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And it'll be their football. So here comes this offense for its second series of the game. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
The throw finds Evan Ingram. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
11.
That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They start out with a 3rd and 6.
30 left. 11.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Rip, 23.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Complete out to the right side. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
And he's going to be touched down a yard shy of that marker.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On second down, it's Etienne. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. All right, I'll set up now. First and 10.
Hey, Lion. Here we go.
Etienne again. And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
On his little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys drive their lead to 11. On now is Cook to kick this away. Ty Johnson now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. It's a 14-3 ball game as they take over following the score. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
5 wide. What is that?
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Second down, Allen throwing again. Pass brought in by Amari Cooper. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It's Allen out of the pistol. Complete to Shakir. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Middle.
Putting a receiver in motion. To throw again, it's Allen. Curtis Samuel's there for the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Alert!
Allen going to throw again. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To the air again, Allen. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. He was looking Amari Cooper's way there. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. From 37 yards in the right hash. Amendola able to put it through. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Johnson now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Go, go. Take right open.
Lawrence to throw it. He's going to push one deep down the... Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Taron Johnson has it. And the Bills take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
What's that?
Now run by Cook. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
What's that?
From the red zone now. Has it in close. Touchdown, Buffalo. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Things trim back down to a single-point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Devin Duvernay to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The offense getting set to go. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there 1 play before they were picked off.
They're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Right, let's go.
They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Escapes a defender. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Completed over the middle. Still has some space inside the 35. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
Alert, alert, alert.
Go on the coverage.
Look out.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by Andre Sisco. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And this close to their end zone, they have got to be careful, but still enough time that they could mount something of a drive here before the half. Here's ETN to begin the drive. So this one on the defense. And as this play goes out of bounds, all eyes turn to that flag on the field.
Defense.
Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul.
Easy, route.
First down throw, Lawrence. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Hey, Ron. Go, let's go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long.
23. 13 more. 11, add it.
Trying again following the sack. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Here we go.
Lawrence facing third and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. Logan Cook on the punt. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. He fields this at the 18. And he's going to get him further up their side of the field with a nice return there, partner, up past the 35. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds Kincaid. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. One play in, and this drive is already in enemy territory. On first down, Allen. They bring the pressure. Down he goes. Now the Bills use their third and final timeout. Offense to the line for second down. Another try following the sack. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Recovered by the defense.
You know, Kate, defenders today are taught, don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form. Making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
1st and 10 from the 41.
24. 11.
Throwing now following the turnover. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push their lead to 4.
I know they love that golf adage, drive for show, putt for dough, but it's awfully nice to drive for show and to have that kind of weapon in your back pocket.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We're at halftime here on Monday night. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and the old quarterback momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jameis Winston, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. Bryce Young, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. One of the top performers in that first half was the running back Travis Etienne. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Ewer. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock
kick
Ewer.
This away. Johnson with a return here. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Lawrence now off the play action. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along your routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Lawrence trying again on second. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Throwing is Lawrence on third down. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Christian Kirk, the intended receiver. So that brings up 4th and long. So out now comes the punter. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this one soars out of bounds. The only question is where they will mark it. Looks like it's going short of the 40. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. Running back sent in motion. First and 10. Here's Allen. He finds Kincaid. And he gets him around 6 there. Stopped by Foye Oluoku. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Connection made to Shakir. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Now Allen off the play action. Shakir with the grab. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills grab the lead on their first series of the half. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. It puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills push their lead to 3. Bass now to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And look at this return. And that'll put him up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series. Markers reset, ball at the 37. This offense getting all set for this series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Lawrence working from the gun. He'll get this to Etienne. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4. Back to throw it. This is Ingram working the left side. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4. Football on that 47-yard line. First down.
Hey, run. Here we go.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Catch is made down the right sideline. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Go, let's go. Lisa 24.
Now it's Lawrence. Running in the red zone. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. 2 yards on the pickup. And it'll give him a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, I'm going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
11. All right, let's go. 11, Hackett.
Motioning the tight end now. 3rd down, Lawrence to throw. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
On his Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys take a 4-point lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Bills and Khalil Shakir headed out on offense now. 1st and 10 now from the 30. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here.
Oh, and the rush is too much. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 20-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Couldn't connect with Amari Cooper. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Gets this to Kincaid. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. The visitors, down running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Here's Etienne on 1st down, and he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get games like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
They go right back to Etienne. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be a 1st down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run. But he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
1st down throw, Lawrence. He fires one deep down the middle. And the big hitter will not be reeled in. That's incomplete, and that would have made for an impressive catch on our final play of the 3rd quarter. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's their ball late. They have a lead, but it's far from over yet. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Hey, easy. Route.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Finding Reynolds. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Hey, run. 30 left.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Etienne on the catch. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
23.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Able to find Strange here. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Lawrence to throw it. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Going on 4th, here's Lawrence. Throw is caught by the back. What a play to beat the defense on 4th down. It's 23 yards and a first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Hey, line.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Hey, I'm gun. Here we go.
From the red zone now. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Hey. 30 left.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go. Go. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got it. Touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys drive their lead to 11.
31, Bills 20.
On now is Cook to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. He puts some power on a deep one left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Throwing now on first down, Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's second down coming up. To throw again, it's Allen. Complete, it's Cooper. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Allen now on first down. He finds Kincaid. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills now within one score in the fourth. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. Again, Allen to the air. Risky throw, and it's intercepted. Through the defense it goes. Room to burn. 40. Hits the 20. And that is 2 points the other way as he takes the pick the entire way back. So the decision to go for 2 does result in a nice boost, Brock, but not for the team we were expecting, thanks to an alert play and a lengthy jog downfield from that defender.
Yeah, it took everybody. In order to do that and make that happen, it really was all 11 and then just a superhuman effort. You say jog, I say a sprint to glory.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Johnson now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
On red. Hey, Jupiter!
Reynolds, the motion man left. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. These guys leading by 7. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Think right. Take easy. Route. Silver.
Now again, it's the ball's out. He lost it. And this is scooped up by the Bills. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. He'll look to throw it. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They send a receiver in motion right. Setting up to pass. This will be caught by Cooper. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here he is to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running with it. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense. and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Runs it in, touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills cut it to a point late in this one. It's a James Cook touchdown. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth. Bass now to kick this away. Johnson with a return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Their offense ready to take the field now. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. Reynolds, the motion man left. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. Back to throw. He'll get this to Etienne. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20.
11, Hackett.
Motioning left is their running back. Lawrence working from the gun. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Looking to throw it. He's trying another one deep. That's grabbed inside the 30. Buffalo calls it second time out of the half. Still one more in their pocket to use. Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. Here's Etienne. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. The defense takes its third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They'll try it left with Etienne. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
One final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. So everything comes down to this from Cam Little. Made his first one. This is a little over 40. The kick is good. He got it. And the rookie nails the game winner. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL, as they're now up to a 3-0 start. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. What a game for our winners, as we say so long from Buffalo.